Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. What's up, everybody? How you doing out there? Good to see you. It's been a couple days. I suppose I owe you guys an explanation. So enjoy the intro song, and we shall get into it.
Camera thief, take pictures, run like the parallel stitches, attach my feet to the path I beat, teach myself to keep the answers brief, gnash my teeth like the last to feast. Imagine me on that abandoned beach, sand and sea as if the jazz was free. I'm ice cream mixed with gasoline, direct attention to the craftsmanship, neglect to mention that the pastel stick like initials carved in the concrete, like the tattoo that hides on your mommy. I still kick it with angels. The difference is instead of the bar, I'm at my kitchen table. The starlight shines through the glass, but you feel safe underneath that mask. Ferris wheel, give rides. The scars healed in time to get high. Lock the doors and hide the keys. Let's go describe how to climb a tree. Don't sign the lease, just cop a corner for you to curl up and try to sleep. Those cheap police won't find my wings. I keep my dreams inside my dreams. And if I had a time machine, I'd probably use it like a vacuum and try to clean. It kinda seems quite more than a handful of these regrets have been circumstantial. Now give me all the cash out the drawer, touch that mustache down on the floor, and I'll be in court holding a pitchfork before I let the contest outlast the sport. Pocket watch, impatient, find a mate then make the migration. Break the rules but first break the rulers, and keep it moving like a rumor. I don't need to defend my defensiveness. I keep to myself, my family, and friendships. I got enough people I could disappoint. If you disagree, I think you missed the point. Now go ahead and grab a chair. Let me tell you about the last few years. Pulled out a sack full of Samson's hair and put it on the dash like a dancing bear. I wrote you a horoscope. It won't fit on this post-it note, but if I had to sum it up into a shorter quote, it goes, fuck it, you might as well row that boat.
Always good advice. You might as well row that boat. Check, check, check. What's up, my people? How the fuck are you? It's been a couple days. Oh shit, let me turn the loud ass birds down. Everything is artificial around here. Let me get some background music going. Boy, 2 days off of here and I forget what the fuck I'm doing, guys. Shit. I do apologize. I have no idea what's going on with the drama. I haven't watched the thing. I've been listening to the podcast. In fact, maybe if you guys remember that artist that I mentioned the other day, David Cho, I just realized he did a rare podcast appearance about 3 months ago. So spent 3 hours of my last couple of days listening to that. Well, some of you know this already. My pops has been experiencing pretty gnarly health issues the past couple months. Diagnosed, checked into the hospital a couple of times. Each time it was pneumonia. Here's a treatment, here's a medication. Well, he wasn't feeling well the other day, so we went back to the hospital and they found an 8-inch tumor in his lungs. So hospice was set up just day before yesterday, and we lost him this morning. He went surrounded with his friends and family around him, his loved ones. It's very difficult to see one of the strongest men in that condition. So that's why I haven't been here for a couple of days. I realized that my YouTube enemies, crackheads, and middle school dropouts may, in fact, use this against me, but it doesn't matter. I figured I just want to let you guys know what's going on. The next week or so, I may be not as available as you can imagine. So yeah, how are you guys? That's what that is. Let me look and see who's excuse me. Let me look and see who's here with us today. I do appreciate you guys being here. Like I said, a few of you I've shared this with in the last couple of days, and I appreciate all the support I'm getting from everyone. It really does. It really does make a difference. Want to shout out my stepmom. Poor lady lost both of her parents in the prior months, and now her husband. So I'm not sure how someone finds that kind of strength, but keep her in your prayers. Lunatic Farmer was the first one here. What's up, Lunatic? How the heck are you? Says, so great to see you. Hope you had a nice break away from this place. I wish I could say it was a nice break. It was a break. I have no clue what's occurring in these YouTube streets. Just to lighten things up, I'd like to thank everyone that came over to Cousin Charlie's the other night. The last live stream that was done over there. A lot of fun. I had to edit some of it out because of copyright, but it's up and standing again. Boy, it was a lot of fun streaming the demon, wasn't it? Silly goose. And I know we had a lot of fun. I even got messages that said people telling me, man, you barely cussed. And I was like, I didn't realize it. I had to go back and listen. Sure enough. So, I mean, not to make excuses for myself, but I have been distracted, as you can imagine, at least specifically the last week, 2 weeks. But even before that, I was walking around with a heavy heart and a lot on my mind. So, if anybody was wondering if I seemed distracted, I certainly the fuck was. Let's see here. Kansas City Chief, so good to see you. Nanny Sharon, happy to see you. Grains in the house. What's up, friend? Marie, a.k.a. Purple Freak. Let's see here. Cash is in the house. What's up, duder? Rhonda Good to see you. My favorite music. Well, perfect. The mood I'm in. Fuck it. Might as well row that boat. Always. Anita Backrub says, hey, Sinner, you ready for the NFL draft? Oh, man. Hopefully I'm able to attend some of the events. Like, obviously, I'm got a lot going on. But yeah, my city has turned into an ESPN broadcast center, essentially. The NFL draft is going to be held in my city, which is really exciting stuff. Let's see. So yes, I have no drama during this live stream today. I mean, if you guys want to talk shit on whoever you want, go ahead. But I'm not jumping in the drama. There's obviously priorities. I just wanted to check in with you guys because I know some of you probably wondered where the hell I was. I know you did because I got a lot of messages. Miss Cheese 8, good to see you. Queen Bella, OG, good to see you. Not feeling great, but listening. Well, I hope you're comfortable. Hey, Gina Marie, good to see you. Yeah, so quick. I mean, they told us day before yesterday that it would be a couple of weeks at the most, and it was about 48 hours. Just 2 days before that, he's out on the tractor. He and my stepmother live on a nice farmhouse property, and there's lots of acreage. And he was out there with his oxygen strapped to the tractor, fucking getting it done. Hardworking man, a family man, someone probably carried around some regrets for being irresponsible as a young man, but he pulled it together. He was the guy that taught me a lot about how to treat people, how to look people in the eye, how the color of someone's skin doesn't matter any more than you have to respect their culture. He taught me that it didn't matter what people did with their clothes off in their bedroom behind closed doors. He taught me how to fish. He taught me how to hunt. In some ways, he taught me how to fight. He taught me never to back down from a bully. I did have a chance to talk to him the last couple days. He wasn't able to speak so much, but he let me know that he's proud of me and that that he loved me. And what else do you need out of this world? I mean, there's a slow train coming for all of us, but nothing prepares you for something like this. Like I said, I'm good. I tell you what, I've been at the house pretty much every day, and some of his old friends. My dad was a bit of a wild man. Somehow he always made it to work in the morning. I don't know how that works out though. So a lot of his more rough around the edges friends came through. I recognized them as kids. You know, some of his motorcycle guy friends, work friends. He worked for many years for a tree trimming company. They clear power lines during storms. Tough guy shit, real tough guy shit. I think that's all I can say about that. He is sorely missed, and oh, thanks, Kansas City. I appreciate that. Tennis ball, Temmy's in the house. I appreciate all the kind words. Yes, if you could keep my family, we're a small family. I mean, I know everyone with my last name, so this is, as you can imagine, damn near apocalyptic. I'm thankful for my brother-in-law that is full-time supporting my baby sister through this. I guess it's no secret that he was closer to her as she lived with him, and I'm really thankful he's there because this is not easy, as you can imagine. I appreciate that, Nanny Sharon. Thanks, Diesel's mom. I am blocked in Charlie's LOL. Who the hell did that? Oh, I probably did that. I will, Gina. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm so blessed, man. Some people die alone. Some people die in a hospice bed alone, and I think it speaks to my dad's character that wasn't the case for him. He, not only were all of his family there, but friends that maybe he didn't even speak with for a couple of years. Everything was set aside. It was nice to see. And I tell you what, some of these guys I haven't seen since a fucking like a big old biker camping trip as a kid. These men throwing axes at a target they put on a tree. Pennsylvania is an interesting place that way. The city's right here, but the people are very much mountain people, very, very much Appalachian mountain people. Tis what it is. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Lily Lost, good to see you. Let me just go through chat, check in with everybody. Cash says, go 49ers. Only if you're digging for gold. Queen Moment said, I'm so sorry, sinner. I will be praying. Thank you. I appreciate that. All prayers are welcome. Hey, Jude, good to see you. Oh, no, of course, Lunatic. There's no way for you to know. No, I don't need anything. I don't need anything. You know, all the work is done in the way of the funeral home stuff. It's just procedural from here. I think obviously we're gonna have him cremated. That's the first step of this. Let's see here. Who else is here? My Legacy, so good to see you. So obviously, some things transcend YouTube drama. You know, really, boy, did I grapple with whether I should even do this today. But let's just keep it real. I could use a distraction for a couple minutes, so it's partially selfish checking in with you guys. Sorry for the neighbor's dogs barking. I have no idea what that's about. So it seems to happen when I go live. Cash says, my missus lost her dad from a brain tumor 11 years ago. Her mom the next year. Oh, man, it's so tough. And I mean, I've lost friends along the way, but I haven't dealt with family loss in such a way since, I don't know, man, since my grandmother passed away when I was a little kid. It was 1988. Oh, don't cry, Andy, Sharon. I know. I find myself like halfway through sentences getting choked up just out of the blue. But that's natural. We have tear ducts for a reason. Mamba Bear, good to see you. He certainly did instill a lot of values in me. I remember specifically, knucklehead kid from southwestern Pennsylvania. We would use a specific homophobic slur, the F word, and never once did I say that. As a kid, as a young asshole brat kid, never did I use that word as an insult to critique anyone's sexuality. It was used to insinuate weakness. And I remember my dad saying, "Hey, man, it's none of your business who somebody sleeps with, so long as they're not hurting somebody. Like, you can't keep using that word." And it started out with just a quick conversation, and then it turned into, that's it. That's the last time you can say that word here. And boy, I was 7th grade, 8th grade, maybe. And then, of course, I learned so much after that I didn't realize how harmful that word was. But even before that, being that, the neighborhood we grew up in was primarily black and white, there was no room for looking down at somebody for the color of their skin. In fact, even when I did see that start to, creep around my hood, my dad was sure to make me understand that those are the bad guys, and those kind of lessons, I think way too many of us haven't had, you have to learn those things early in life. And I'm so thankful that I was able to. Donna Joe, thanks for being here. And thanks everybody for your condolences. I do appreciate it. Let's see. Talk about good and bad. Well, yeah, he was a wild man. So it was so good to see some of his old wily friends. Man, those guys look the same, just a little grayer. And it was one of those things where I was surrounded by people. I recognized all of their voices and their faces. And let's face it, the way some of them smell, good and bad. I almost had to introduce myself, because I haven't seen these people in 25 years, maybe longer. But it was great. It was great. And even some of those guys and their wives that show up, some of them used to date the other guy's wife, and they all showed up, and everyone was cordial and respectful. My family's cup is full at the moment. Incredible. I can only hope, and I really do. Of course, this makes you think about your own demise or slow train coming for each of us. All of us can be as lucky as to what he was able to have there at the end. Just everyone coming through. Nobody wants to go alone. And sadly, way too many people do. And I'm just thankful that that's not the case here. Let's see. Lunatic says, we can see all the goodness he instills in you. Amazing. Oh, I appreciate that. Bear with me, guys. All right. It says, Whispering in the Shadows says, so sorry to hear this. My condolences. Sounds like he was loved a lot. He was. And he was a bowling champion as well. So you had, biker guys and bowling nerds in the same space the last couple of days. Only he could pull something like that off, I'm sure. Tracy G, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Gina says it's such a weird feeling losing a parent. It's like you're untethered in life. That's exactly the feeling. And I was trying to be witty and sitting here quietly waiting for the time to hit the go live button. And I was just like, I want to try to describe how this feels, but it changes every second. Friend reached out and said, "Hey, how you doing?" I was just like, I don't know. I go from being a mess to being the next 10 minutes. I'm just completely numb, but that's a great way to put it. I feel like I'm away from home, and if I were to go home, it wouldn't be there anymore. If that makes any sense. Of course, my family's still there. It's just, I don't know. Trust me, much wiser men have tried to pontificate this feeling and what it is. I have been doing some writing. I made a couple videos. I even threw a drama video in there too. I didn't feel like putting it up now. Once I get back into this, I will. So right now, what we're doing is just I'm just getting a hold of like distant relatives that need to get here, and we're just making sure everybody got their plane tickets and organizing rides to get people in. Um, yeah, I'm not sure what else I can say about that. I have family in Berwick. I miss going to PA. Oh, cool. It helps to be with friends that um, that's what buddies are for, babe. I'm glad you came on. Yeah, I feel better about. I mean, I was just sitting here and stare at the wall. uh, thank God for stand up comedy. It's got me through the past 24 hours. Um, it just happened this morning, so well, obviously I'm still in shock. So man, I can't stop thinking about how strong my stepmother is. Though, holy shit! I had a chance to sit and talk with her for a while. Um, Funnily enough, we had a conversation about old crackhead Rebecca Turner, and it was easier to sit there. I don't know, something about the vibe. You know what I mean? She was attentive to what I was saying, and I gave her more understanding of what it was, and she talked about how crackhead Turner was very persistent. She got nothing. You know, of course, none of those things that QB has been saying are true. And I think I'm going to have her on the show here along with my sister. I just have to orchestrate it. Obviously, that'll take a week or two. But it's kind of funny. At the end, and here's something I didn't know, and this was a huge mind fuck for me, as you can imagine. Uh, she was like, "I've listened to you," and I was like, "Oh no!" She was like, "You have a awfully foul mouth." I said, "Yes, I do." She's like, "Could you do that less?" And I said, "I can't make any fucking promises." um, and then we left. She understands. Like I said, my family loves me, and I was just happy to sit with her and have some laughs about it. I think that speaks also to Rebecca Turner's character in how desperate she's been these past years and being called out by somebody that, let's face it, is just a better person than her. You know, that bar is so low. I don't even get a trophy for that. That's just a normal baseline human being. uh, but yeah, that was fun. Um, God, smoked a joint with my little sister. That was cool. I say baby sister, but she's no baby. I mean, I'm a 50-year-old man. Um, Boy, I'm also I mentioned it already. I'll mention it again. I'm so thankful for her man, for being just a pillar in the family. And honestly, I'm not sure what we would do without him because the closeness between my baby sister and my dad, obviously, and she's got a strong man to lean on. And I couldn't be more thankful. Kansas City says, my father passed in 2020, and only my mom could be with him. The hardest thing, saying goodbye on the phone and not being able to hug him. Yeah, well, I'm here, so it's so different. I wish I can explain to you the feeling of seeing like the strongest person you know in the weakest condition, just vulnerable. That for me, what I'm doing actively is trying to replace that experience with the celebrating what he was about and what he stood for, and how he in some ways accidentally taught me lessons, um, but lessons none the same. So there's way more good than bad for sure. But yes, I couldn't imagine saying goodbye on the phone. Um, I'm thankful that I was home for this situation. Like I said, I got uncles and stuff. They're all flying in. Not a big family at all, so I appreciate that, Marie. It was tough, but we got through it. Yeah. Well, I'm sure. I mean, your wife is lucky to have you to go through that with. Gosh, and this is something I mean, I always say tomorrow's not promised, and tell people you love them and stuff like that. I mean, I'll double down on that, but I'll also say never, like for instance, in Cash's position, Never downplay how important you are for somebody. If your wife loses somebody, I mean, you have to. You don't necessarily have to put on the brave face. I tried that the last couple of days. It just ended up in tears, anyways. You just gotta, but never downplay how important you are for someone to lean on in times when they lose someone that you know, that's irreplaceable. Um, this obviously feels a lot heavier and has more implications than a friend passing. And boy, I've almost become professional at losing friends. This is obviously different. It's heavier. It's connected to everything that I am. So it's strange. Um, I get his acoustic guitar, so maybe I can learn a few chords. Hey Marlene, thanks for being here. Says Osin, I'm sorry for your loss and your family's loss. Praying for healing for all. I appreciate that. Distraction is good. What's up, Hookup? Good to see you. Yeah, I needed to come on and do this, and of course I debated it because there's some person incapable of grace out there, I'm sure, that will use this against me. Dave don't care. There's nothing I could do about that. I mean, man, brought me missus closer, to be honest. I can imagine that. Eventually, telling stories to our nephews, their grandkids is fun. Their only grandparents are alive is history and life. Yeah, it was strange. I went, of course, I was down my dad's house, and I just wanted some time alone, so I went down to the cemetery in Monongahela, PA. The place the QB is going to go take a vacation to. Um, and I just walked in the cemetery, and this was yesterday afternoon, and I kind of just, I don't know, dude. I can't see the future, but there was some sort of resolve I kind of already knew. And also, I'll tell you this: I don't know how normal this is, and maybe I'm oversharing, but it's kind of cathartic for me to share. Um, Whenever they had to start administering the amount of medication to alleviate pain, I got scared. I got really nervous. I started thinking to myself, like, oh, fuck, set up the hospital bed, move off the couch, and the hospice was set up. The hospice team, fucking incredible, man. Hats off to them. I would love to give them credit publicly, but of course, I'm not going to share details of who these people are. Just amazing. What a great team, and what a fucking job, man. What a job. What a job to go to someone's house and just stand there mixed in with the grieving family and still staying focused, staying smart, staying compassionate, um, answering the same question 100 times each time someone new walks in the door. Those kind of things, like it's fucking, they're soldiers, man. They're incredible human beings, man. Truly, I mean, the closest thing I can imagine to an actual angel in human form, anyways. But walking in the cemetery, man, there's Civil War soldiers in that cemetery. I took some video. Um, Maybe I'll share that in the future. But I knew it was going to happen, and my concern was I was really worried that he was just going to be, I don't know the right words here, doped up in a hospital bed in the living room for weeks. I got this fear in my head, and I felt selfish for it, and I was unclear if it was the right way to feel. But I was like, oh no, oh fuck, like what happens if he just barely hangs on for 2 weeks? Like, what is that going to do to all of us, and why would he have to suffer? But God had another plan. He was like, nope, he's not going to suffer. And when he went, he had no pain, and he was in the arms of his family. So I mean, what the fuck more can you ask for, man? I'm not here for sympathy. I'm really not. I just this is selfishly cathartic for me. And once I get through this, I do completely plan on going live and get right back on track with what I'm up to here on YouTube. And let's face it, that is to eliminate this place of Miss Turner. And that's always been the goal. If that's hypocritical to some people out there, okay. I'm okay with that. Um, Cash said, I feel so old right now. I know. Well, there's something about your dad passing, and I wasn't aware until just today what that feeling is. Um, you do feel old. It's like, well, the feeling is like, well, I'm up next. Not necessarily next, but I in the lineage, I'm up next, and it a little bit of panic, like fuck, I need to get to work. There's so much more I want to do, and I hope when you hear a story of someone losing a loved one, that it has even a fraction of that effect on you. Like, oh fuck, man, it's true that tomorrow's not promised, and what's important that I haven't done that I want to do? What would I regret not getting done before it's my turn for a dirt nap? You know what I mean? Like, so my mind is exploding. There's so much I want to get done, but first I'm gonna take care of myself and take care of my family as much as I can. Not much we can do. It's sort of just like the big cope. That's what it is. We're all just coping. Let's see. Huckop said, "Oh my god, I had him on 2 times to catch up, and it caught up, and it freaked myself." Oh yes, I'm talking deliberately slowly today. I don't have much energy. I haven't been sleeping properly, as you can imagine. Seems like we all have become close, and we hurt with you. Well, I hope it doesn't cause you guys agony, but I mean, if those of you that do pray, um, just consider adding my family to the list. I mean, we could really use it. Specifically, my stepmother. I mean, geez, man, geez. I don't understand. I really hope, like, that old cliche, like they don't make them like they used to. I hope there are other people out there like her, man, because what an example. What an example of a great woman, a great wife, a mother. Just amazing, and hats off. And thankfully, since the family's not so big, there's not a bunch of piranhas coming to, snipe all of his motorcycles and his gear and all of that. So, pretty happy about that. Like I said, I'm getting the acoustic guitar in the couple. I guess he had guitar lessons set up, so I get the guitar in the last few sessions. So I might actually do that, just to give myself a hobby. Cash is like going to an Irish Catholic funeral, surreal, LOL, like the scene in Goodfellas when she gets married, whirlwind. Yeah, it was. There was one point on my dad's house, the very small back porch is sort of where the ashtray was, or is, and it was very much a vibe of like a cast reunion of Sons of Anarchy. Like, I couldn't help but look around and like get a kick out of that. These people, I mean, men named Gonzo, and there's all this type of thing, and everyone getting along. These are the same guys that get drunk and fist fight. There was none of that. There was no booze there. My dad's been a long time recovering alcoholic. He's got decades clean and sober. That's something else we had in common. Both wild young men that calmed down eventually. I'm just in the process of cooling off currently. He had decades under his belt. Thank you, Beauty 411. A cop says one thing certain in life is that, and that's death. Still doesn't make it any easier when someone you love leaves this world. No, it doesn't. And you know what? I've always been at peace with my own mortality. I've been ready to go since I signed the contract and became a Marine. I mean, I truly was at peace and ready to go. Still am. But that doesn't make you at peace with other people going. That's the fucking part I didn't catch until just today. It's like, oh man, wait a minute. You can be completely at one with your mortality and understand that, there's a slow fucking train coming for all of us. But until you see the strongest man, reduced to a medical catastrophe, you'll never know. I can't part with you what that feels like. And it's nothing good, but I tell you one thing, it's humbling as fuck, man. It's humbling as fuck. Just looking at myself in the mirror and saying, oh no, like, how much time do I have left? And who's gonna be there for me when I go? You know, these big questions, these big questions. And we can't. I guess I can't answer any of that until my time comes. Hey, Miss Kelsey, good to see you. Uh, we'll keep you and your family in my prayers. Thank you for sharing some of your dad with us. Yes, of course. I know this is a great risk. No one's allowed to have a heart around here. We're supposed to not give a fuck, right? Right. Well, I don't have that kind of fight in me today. But don't you worry, it hasn't gone anywhere. It's just taking a few days off. We not only celebrate the highs, we mourn the lows right along too. Ride or die, baby. I appreciate that. People everywhere recognize you from where you were a kid. Yes, well, yeah, of course. I won't say his name because it's such a unique name, and I don't want some psychopath tracking him down. But there was this one guy, um, one of my dad's friends, and I haven't. Last time I saw this guy, I mean, Kurt Cobain was still alive, but I recognized him, and fuck, I couldn't remember his name, and he didn't recognize me at all. I mean, I was literally a kid last time he saw me, and I'm talking. My sister's sitting across from me, and I'm talking to her, and he's chiming in, and then finally I had to reach over and lend my hand and introduce myself, and he's like, "Oh fuck, Davey," and he just embraces me. It was pretty cool. This big meathead, and yeah, there's some real good people. The people from my area, southwestern Pennsylvania, the people here are so authentic, man. Just the most authentic. I'm so thankful for that. It is a roller coaster. My other sister is not taking this as lightly. As I mean, everyone grieves differently. I definitely, for me, it's just I'm good for chunks at a time, and then just leave me alone. Like I said, walking in the cemetery yesterday was really nice for me. Grief is rough. If you don't understand these feelings, count your blessings. Yes, and there's no way. Here I am trying to outsmart this like that. Like there's going to be some way I can relate to anyone that doesn't know this feeling what this feeling is. It's impossible. It feels like, and the only word that can really be used is loss. I feel loss, and not just personal loss, but I think the whole world lost a good guy. And that, I think in some ways he was so humble and quiet about his life that he didn't get the respect that he earned. Those who knew him, absolutely. But I mean, just in general, good people obviously are overlooked and don't get celebrated. You know, if he did something crazy and he was known for that, then, that would be, you know, something for the public. But it just, I don't know. I don't know what else I can say about it. Pink Butterfly, so good to see you. My Legacy, thanks for being here. It says, Sinner, please accept my sincere condolences, prayers to you and your family. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Time has no limit for your grief. Hey, Teaching, good to see you. Says, I'm so sorry. You are like no one I've ever known in the best way possible. I appreciate that. I'm sure, and neither was my pops. Like I'm sure your dad is more than proud of you. Yes, and he said it's he said so. Of course, that's always a concern of a man, isn't it? Are we always just trying to, you know, uh, make our parents proud? And I'm a real fucking knucklehead. Of course, they were proud when I became a Marine, and then I was like, oh, now I'm going to be an artist. And they were like, oh, fuck. um, but that's the way it goes. I just had to do it my way. And luckily, the way I lived my life, I really didn't have to. I wasn't the kid that always called home and said, oh, I need. In fact, I never did that. I mean, a rare occasion. So, shit, they were lucky. I mean, most parents are like, all right, kid's 18. Oh, now their kid's 19. Now their kid's 20. It's like, oh, fuck, when are they going to leave? And I was out of there. I was signed up to be a Marine at 17, and I was out of there in 1996, man. Fucking few days before my high school graduation commencement, I was, on an airplane to go to Paris Island. So I got out of their hair really quickly, which is, probably good because you raise enough kids, you just want to be alone with your wife. Or, whatever the circumstances may be. I'm sure your dad is more than proud. I'm praying for you. And if you need anything, just email me. I appreciate that. The grief journey is idiosyncratic. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I'm sure. I'm sure you might be right. Let's see. Deanna D, good to see you. A cop says, numb, right? Ugh, I really am so sorry, sinner. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Remy. But I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I don't want to I get paranoid that people think I'm on here just, you know, for attention. I'm not. Um, I missed you guys. It's been a couple of days, and you guys have become, in the most abstract way, my pals here on the internet. So I felt like I owed you some kind of explanation, not just a silly community post. Do you plan to pick up some of his favorite music? Well, I already have. And I'm not sure exactly how the service is going to go. That we're still working those details out. I got it all lined up, but I haven't gotten that far ahead, to be honest with you, Deanna. But there will be some David Bowie playing. Of course, David Bowie is my dad's favorite. In fact, I think it was his first tattoo ever. He didn't get until he was 68 when he passed. So I think he didn't get his first tattoo until shit, man. What year did David Bowie die? The year that David Bowie died, that's when my dad, I think, got his. Unless he has a tattoo hiding on him somewhere, that was his first tattoo, and it was very specific and very much a nod to David Bowie. David Bowie's last album being called Black Star, right on his. I'm not sure. I think it's his right wrist, a black star, which is a very aggressive move for my pops. But that's how much David Bowie meant to him. So there's been a lot of listening to David Bowie, and it sounds different now. The lyrics are different. I appreciate that, Deanna D. Yeah, thanks for being here, guys. I do appreciate you. There's plenty of motherfucks for the future. Don't you worry. You have friends here, even if you don't admit it. No, I didn't say I don't have friends here. It's just words like that oftentimes they sort of lose their context when being spoken from a live stream. So I have to be cautious because well, all of you guys know, man. You've watched my ride here. You know what it is. You know that people will use this against me in some sick, twisted way. Yes. I don't think my stepmother is really eager to come on the show, but I'm certain I can have her come on and just quickly dispel some of the bullshit coming from some woman that what hurts her own kids, right? Queen Bee, fucking smoke all the joints. Yes. I just made up. I just made that up, but I didn't. Maybe I didn't see. I've been trying to cut down on the cussing too. Well, like I said, and even like this intro song that I often use, I got enough people to disappoint. Like I'm not. So when my stepmom was just like, "Do you have to?" I can't remember how she worded it. So of course I'm paraphrasing. Do you have to? You have to talk like that? I'm like, I suppose I don't. She was like, would you consider doing less? And I said, I consider it, but no fucking promises. We laughed. It's funny. Because here's the thing, she knows me. So and maybe her listening to me on my live stream, maybe she has a seed of suspicion that that's not who I am. I'm not this vulgar person. And that's partly true. It's partly true. Although I do have a pretty sharp tongue. So never had an opportunity to have my family sit around while I call someone, I don't know, a stupid fucking cunt or something like that. I understand how that would be like, oh dear, what the fuck? That's sort of what this place will do to you, So it gave me some perspective, and I gave her my word that I would do my fucking best, That's all a guy can do. But it was nice to sit and talk about how ridiculous, because she didn't know all of the details about what this whole YouTube thing is for me. She just didn't understand what the purpose was. I mean, firstly, I suppose she didn't know that you can make money doing this. She was like, "What? You're getting paid to do that?" It was like confusing to her. And then I showed her. I'm like, "Yeah, look." And then And then I shared with her, I try to be generous with what I do make. And, I had, so okay, I'll just get completely private here with you guys. She asked me, do you have Jesus in your life? And my answer was quickly yes. And then she didn't break the stare. She was questioning me, because I suppose I don't give credit to God as much as I should. The few times she did tune in and listen, it was a lot of motherfucking sons of bitches and all of this. Um, but I assured her that was still the case, and I'm pretty sure if Jesus was here himself, well, first of all, he'd have lawyers. Secondly, he would cuss too. I mean, how could you not? Um, so it was nice to have some resolve there as well. But yeah, I just imagine like hearing from her what it was like to have some stranger crackhead leave messages and offer cash for her stepson's location. She in her head, she was like, "What is happening, dude? What the fuck is going on?" So it was good to get everybody on the same page. And at the end of it, um, she was like, "Well, fuck, it seems like you're doing the right thing." So that's what I will continue to do. My baby brother will always be my baby. Yeah, I was the last person my dad talked to right before he passed. Oh man, that's the toughest stuff. And I am thankful. I mean, I don't know if it's probably selfish. I don't know. I'm just happy he didn't have to. In fact, the hospital bed was set up in the living room, and this all happened so quickly that we hadn't even moved him from his bedroom upstairs downstairs. That was going to happen today, and he didn't make it there. So he didn't have to. He went in his own bed, man, and he didn't have to um, be a spectacle. And that's the thing. I was there so trying to. Every time I was there at the house in the last couple of days, I was just trying to be protective. Um, I didn't want him to be a spectacle. To just be. I didn't want people to start showing up that didn't love him. And just to be part of the conversation. And that didn't happen. Everyone was there. Not a dry eye in the house, man. And something special about watching guys that are bikers uncontrollably crying. I mean, it's just the whole thing is fucking odd, man. That's all I can tell you. I'm just ultimately thankful for the strength of my stepmother, my brother-in-law, and yes, there's that. I'm gonna leave you guys there. I mean, unless there's something you want to tell me, let me. I'm way behind in chat, but I'll try to catch up and say hello to everyone. Death by Chocolate says, "I'm so sorry for your loss. I lost my dad recently, and it's still hard to believe he's gone. Continued prayers for you and your family." Yeah, there's still. And if anybody wants like the most raw, specific feeling, man, this is how I could describe it. I feel like the idea of going home now, even though my family is still there. It feels like now it feels like there's no home to go to, if that makes any sense. And it's just a man, it's just my father. It's not a location, it's not a thing. So, the human brain is just trying to figure it out, and sometimes there's nothing to figure out. As just as an asshole man on this earth, when presented with a problem, the automatic inclination is to try to fix the problem. Well, some problems are just not fixable. In fact, some things that could be perceived as a problem, in fact, aren't that. You know what I mean? I just lost my uncle a few months back. He was my father's older brother, and I truly do have this idea that like he's up there, he's got it all set up. So when my dad gets there, or when my dad got there this morning, my uncle has has it all set up. He'll be greeting him, along with my grandmother and my grandfather and everyone else that he was missing in this earthly walk that he was doing. So he's reunited with people that he was missing while alive too. I think there's some solace in that. I wish I had something more poetic to tell you guys. um, excuse me. No, I'm not sniffing anything. This is more difficult than I thought. Let's see. Lost my aunt as well as she was like my mom and best friend. We also lived together for 15 years. It's been one of the hardest things to walk through. everything's changed, but you will get through. And so will you, Cobb. I'm not sure. I know so many of you have dealt with loss since I've known you, and even being on your end of it and sitting in chats and saying, I'll keep your family in my prayers. It's if you don't know what it's like, it's almost impossible to describe. But hopefully, I gave you some insight as to where my mind is. Um, has been a bit of a landmine with as these gatherings begin, and I'm going to be there for everything. We are, I'll be there for every step of the way. These people drink, man, so I'll be avoiding that like the plague. I feel no inclination to drink. I know people that really care for me are concerned with that. It's not even a thing, I assure you. It's the last thing. Actually, it's the last thing in the world I want to do. So I'm good in that way. I do have to hit a meeting tonight just to keep myself honest. Um, yeah, let me just look at chat, get through this. Let's see. When my father, Grain says, when my father passed, my mother was so worried about me. I said, no worries, and I am my father's daughter after all. Yeah, that's the thing too. I don't think anyone's particularly concerned about how I'm doing. And even if they were, I head the direction to my stepmom because if anybody needs a fucking example of being a face of bravery and stoicism, it's my stepmother. Like holy shit, like her dad passed tragically, and as often is the case, her mom passed soon after that. And this all happened in just the past few months, all within 6 months. And then of course her husband, and I'm going to try to avoid any kind of Mangione vibes because I am pretty angry at the medical system for just misdiagnosing or not diagnosing. I mean, this is something I think months back have had it been gotten a hold of, maybe things would be different. He did suffer throat cancer. Thank God it wasn't esophageal cancer in the past. This is a couple of years ago. It was operable. Thankfully, they were able to extract the tumor and no chemo necessary. It was like a miracle. And he was a chain smoker, and at that very moment, he quit smoking. I was enamored by the fact that he was able to just subtract the problem, but it was obviously too late. And we celebrated him recovering and bouncing back from that. And he was grateful for essentially a new lease on life. So he was enjoying his days, and he knew just from that experience, and in addition to many other experiences that this rough, crazy bastard has experienced in his life. So I'm certain that he was at peace. He wasn't afraid. I mean, that's the biggest concern for, I think it should be for a lot of people, is like, you don't want to be afraid at the end. You got to make peace. I mean, I think one of the best ways to make peace at the end with yourself and in the world is to live in a manner that's honorable. Even if you're motherfucking people, you can still do good things. It didn't hurt to tell my stepmother that our channel did some giveaways for the holidays. She was like, okay. She's like, okay, there's the Jesus that we're looking for. There's the having Jesus in your life. And I may not sound like it often, but I am a God-fearing man, and that's becoming more solidified as I age. Still not into going to buildings to do it, so it's going to be awkward the next few days, next few weeks. But yeah, how the fuck are you guys? Sorry to be Chief Dark Cloud here. Hey, Grandma Sherry, good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. I know he's so proud of you. I believe he is. Fuck the haters. Yeah, I'm not too concerned, man. I'm not too concerned. I mean, just imagine, the fun, the excitement level they have. Live not loved. No weird shit like that. Let's see. Haka. Hospice teams are the best. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a clear understanding of even what hospice was. So when I got an understanding, okay, he's going to be put on hospice, I'm like, oh, what's that? And they explained, and it wasn't, it was just like, it was going to be a Monday through Friday thing. So in my head, it was all of these things were downplaying the situation. And then, like I said, it's only been a few days since they discovered the tumor, and it was just like, oh, inoperable, and that's it. And it's just like, wait a minute, he's been in the hospital fucking 8 times in the last 2 months, and you guys, you motherfuckers haven't seen this. So of course there's righteous indignation occurring there. But I am just going to assume, because what's the difference? What difference does it make now? But so I'm just going to assume that everyone did what they could, and some things are missed. And they call it practicing medicine for a reason, because it's not an exact science. They're trying to figure it out. But yeah, those hospice nurses are straight up angels, man. Georgia Peach is in the house. I wanted to thank you again the other night for Georgia Peach. I do appreciate that. I did message you back. You volunteered at hospice, sat with people so families had a break. Oh, I don't think I could do it, man. I know I couldn't do it. If that wasn't my father, I would not have been anywhere near that situation. It was just too much, man. Too much. That's why I have this newfound respect for hospice teams, because first of all, you're just, kind of trapped in in some cases could be trapped in a room in a house where they were with dozens of people, sort of, and you just got to navigate it, mingle it. Every single person asking you the same question, so. Well, champions, absolute fucking champions, dude. There's no other way to say it. Fucking 10 out of 10. I'm just glad that they didn't have to. They can go on to the next family that's preparing for their grieving session. I mean, the guy went in his own bed. Isn't that how we all want to go, in our own space, surrounded by people that love us? I mean, there's nothing more you can ask for. He didn't even have to make it downstairs to people in the hospice bed. I'm guessing that's almost his doing in his mind. He was a very proud man. He didn't want to be put on parade as a spectacle for people, and we wouldn't allow that anyways. But just the yeah, he went out like a Civil War president. Titter Tatter said, I offer you my sincere condolences, sir. I worked from hospice for some years. It is fulfilling, but also a curse, because each person becomes yours. I know. And that's the thing. I observe these women, dude. Like, what skill, dude? I mean, my parents passed months apart from cancer. Both had hospice. They're amazing. It is heavy to lose a parent. Well, I mean, thankfully, or however you can look at it, the hospice team was only there for a couple of days, and that was just to provide comfort, as you can imagine. And he was on oxygen, so to set up the equipment and make sure that everything was running smoothly. A quick, to-do list from my stepmother, and yeah, I keep repeating myself, but I'm so happy that he didn't have to go in a hospice bed. I don't know. Thank you so much, Kansas City. I appreciate you. Keep your memories alive. Go back in time and relive every great memory and stories. He's home at peace. Yes, I while at the house, I started going. I got to go. Obviously, he was in his bedroom, so since I was last in his room, I've been over the house a bunch of times, but I usually don't go up to his room. I realized that there was a portion of his wall where he's got a photograph of his mother, who he missed dearly. His father also, I think he was more of a mama's boy, but he had his parents on the wall, and then pictures of me as a fucking teenage knucklehead kid. One of them with some graffiti behind me, and I was like, I can't believe he has that hanging up. Like, me getting in trouble for fucking spray painting shit, and he's got it up here like he's proud of it. And my stepmom was like, he loves that fucking photo. That's just one of his favorite photos of you. And there was no way for me to know that kind of thing. That's the kind of stuff that I kind of felt like I was letting him down being a knucklehead kid. But in the long run, after growing up, I think he loved it. He loved that I was buck the system. You know what I mean? And because I learned it from him. I learned it from him that there's no specific archetype. There's no path for someone. You have to just fucking keep it real and do what the fuck you want. Make mistakes. Sometimes make mistakes on purpose, just so you know what it feels like. And be apologetic when you do someone dirty. All of these things, dude. Everything that I pride myself on was a direct result of not lessons per se from this man, but specifically from observing him talk with other men and women that seem to have figured this being a grown-up thing out, sometimes even passive observance of what was occurring. Let's see here. He's home at peace, and I assure you, let me get to the second part of that. You both will meet again. Treasure today because tomorrow may never come for one of us. That's very true. Hug the people you love, and even say it. Just tell them I love you. I don't care how macho you are. Tell the people around you that you care about them, because you know what? Here's another fucked up thing. Maybe they don't know it because if you don't say it enough. So, but I did. I mean, I was always a heart on my sleeve sort of son. And I think he was less that way. So maybe it made him uncomfortable. I don't know. My mother didn't tell me my dad was leaving us. She hid it and wouldn't tell me where he was. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. What the fuck? That's terrible. My aunt was the babysitter, so you never know. My grandma was one of six. The baby is the only one still living, but the oldest was the last one passed. Wow, what a family story that is. Guilty of crime. Hey, so good to see you, girl. How you doing? It says, I'm so sorry for your loss. Did I hear correctly that your father? Yes, he did. He went this morning. And here I am YouTubing to try to distract myself for a couple of moments. I'm praying for you and your family. Thank you, Guilty. I do appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. Jay's in the house. I'm listening. Hey, Summer. Or sorry. Hey, Summer. How's it going? I'm here. I know you are, and I appreciate your messages. And thanks for a lot of people reaching out behind the scenes, Discord messages and emails. I don't know if it's going to be possible. In the real world, we send thank you letters for condolences, but we're on the internet, so I'm just going to give a blanket thank you because I would need an assistant to organize and respond to everybody. But I listen. I read every message, and it is heartwarming, and I do feel like you guys really do have my back. So let me just say a blanket thank you. You are noticed, every one of you. Titter tatter tat tat says, I know from personal experience and professional, I can assure you have many prayers, Sinner, as does your family. Just know he's happy now, no pain, no suffering. I know, and like I said, my uncle just passed a few months ago, and I'd imagine that he's already greeted him up there. So I care about you, Dave. Even if you're an asshole with a Chromebook, well, that's all I can be. All right, you two chaps helped me through. Makes me feel less lonely. Yeah, being around tons of people, everybody with the sorrow vibe, I had to escape that for hours at a time too. It's like the walk in the cemetery for me was the yesterday was I fucking knew it, man. I can't see the future. I don't have premonitions, but I was just like, yeah. And like I said in my head, I was like, I hope he doesn't have to lay in that bed and just be, even though he wouldn't be, he would be feeling like he was a burden because that's, he's a very humble man. All right, I'm going to scoot through chat and play a song and be out of here. I'm going to play a song that's very much against the copyright, but it's the perfect song for what I have going on here. And Be More Kind said, ukulele leader of the band on his guitar. Oh boy, that is rough. Big prayers. Let's see. Sons of Anarchy is my show. I was an extra in Sons of Anarchy, essentially on the back porch of my dad's house. Yep, egg donor, not a mother in any way. Not to me, anyways. Yeah, I don't talk about that stuff. My dad never calmed down. He died at 70 with Viagra in his mouth. Oh, God damn. Queen Moon says, exactly. It's the ones that are left behind. Yes. I'm not like my family. I only claim a couple, and they are no longer here. The rest betrayed me and used me. I'm alone. I'm sorry, Lily. That's terrible. I know that's and I know that's true for so many of us. That's why I'm grateful for what. Well, let's face it. What my father was able to build for himself, not in a dynasty and where there's this great inheritance. Because I mean we aren't those people. Um, but what I inherited was far more valuable than a property or an estate or a collection or um, I had a character bestowed upon me. I have the apple in the tree sort of situation. My shit is gonna be like that short on YouTube when the homie is just dragging a casket because dude had like one friend. Oh dear. Yeah, it's that's one of my best friends was a military nurse. Knew he saw combat. That's rough. Oh man, I have so much to talk about this war, but obviously I'm gonna save that for the upcoming live streams. Nanny says, I felt like I was next in line to hold the family together, big shoes to fill. I feel that way in some ways, but in other ways, like, I have family to lean on. Hockey Mom says, my condolences. My mom just died March 11th, um, but it was a total shock. Yeah, well, same here. I mean, 3 days ago, I found out that it was, inoperable. They finally discovered the mass in his chest. I can worry about that later, but I got questions as to how he was diagnosed several times. Um, each time pneumonia, they couldn't. But what can you do? That's why they call it practicing medicine and not science. He's an accountant now. That's funny. I do appreciate you, Hockey Mom. Thanks for being here. Read the bell. Lost Lily saying nothing wrong with letting the ugly ones out of your life. That's right, Lily. I mean, you got, and you're not alone in that, Lost Lily. Let me believe you. Let me tell you. Like I learn more about everyone here, sometimes more than I ever want to know. And I tell you what, with the way you had it, you're not alone. Actually, I'm willing to bet that half of the people around here on these YouTube channels that we listen to had similar experiences. I know they have. At least a quarter of us. We had to hear Kurt when I'm already teary. Well, there goes the damn. Sorry, lunatic. I'm scooting along. Thank you, Georgia Peach. I appreciate you. Everyone definitely grieves differently in their own time. Yeah. I'm gonna take it just like I do my alcoholism, one day at a time. I know tonight, even though I have no urge to drink, I'm celebrating a large milestone in my sobriety. So I'm gonna go hit a meeting and go fucking share this story. I'm gonna lead the meeting tonight. So that means that if you guys don't know that, I guess they call it Alcoholics Anonymous for a reason. It's supposed to be anonymous, but if you lead the meeting, then you're the guy that tells the story. So, boy, do I have a story tonight. um, and I think that's gonna be good for me too. We put the effort in for fuck's sakes. Pokemon in law. What the fuck? I'm not sure what that means, dude. Lost Lily says, I hate myself for not being there for my dad. My brother stole his ashes. What the fuck, dude? Well, I'm fucking sorry. That's terrible. I don't even know what to make of that, dude. Hey, Zoe, good to see you. I suggest I'm one step ahead of you. I'm, in fact, going to be playing Stephen Wilson Jr. And I was going to play as an intro song, but I realized it's a highly copyrighted song, so it may just end my live stream. So I saved it for the end. All right, let's see here. Dad, not husband. Oh, okay. I was wondering what you were saying. The best painter. That's funny. I'm her. I am. What was that lady's name? Oh, it doesn't fucking matter. I am her favorite painter. Ah, no urge to paint. Which each time I lost a friend, it was actually inspiration for painting, but not this one. I feel no inspiration at all. Georgia Peach says, I lost my parents 37 days apart. Isn't it funny how that works? My stepmother, she ain't fucking going nowhere. She's in better shape than the rest of us. It's really a fucking it's a sight to behold, man. And for those people out there that are like, "Oh, this guy hates women," dude, I tell you what, if more of you were like my stepmother, you'd be just an incredible, like a stone, a rock. Which means there was never any closure. Yeah, that's tough, and that's hard. That's hard, and it hurts. I hate him now, so you know. All right, I'm gonna try to stay out of negativity if I can. Let's see. The real Samantha J. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. My legacy says we know that sinner. It was good to hear. Yeah, Deb Mundorf. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Thanks for the kind words, Miss Honeybee. Bowie passed away in 2016. So yeah, that's you do the math. My pops was 68, is 60. It was I don't know how long it goes, but he passed away this morning. He was 68. So 2016. You do the math. That's how old he was when he got his first tattoo. That's how impactful Bowie was on his shit. Oh, thanks, Michelle 420. That's very kind of you. Kansas City says, "I'm glad you came on and continued to pray for your family." Yes. And like I said, man, this is partially selfish. It's not a cry for attention. This is me distracting myself. And I thank you guys for being here. I was named after a verse in a David Bowie song. Also my dad's favorite. That's so cool. Thank you. 10 years ago? Yep. 11 years ago? Andy Warhol. Yeah, I had to get down to the museum and show that to you guys. I will. There's really no more work to be done other than being a constant presence and checking on the fam to make sure they don't need anything. But I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go downtown and I'm gonna show you guys the shit that's set up for the NFL draft. And I want to go into the Warhol Museum. I got a lot planned. I mean, obviously, this is not putting an end to my business here. It's just I'm just urge you to show a little patience with me the next few days. I see I lost like 9 subscribers the 2 days I was gone, and I was just like, normally that would fucking bother me, but good. Those are people that aren't here. Those are people that don't have my best interest in mind. So it's almost better that way, you know. Zoe, talking to. Oh, thanks, Grandma Sherry. I appreciate you. What did my dad enjoy doing? Riding his motorcycles, specifically his motorcycles. Yeah, he just recently. Fuck, what was he? He recently bought a British bike. What's it called? I can't remember. But he's that was it. And also like he was sort of late. He was already hanging out with a bunch of tough biker dudes and closing the bar down with these characters. He didn't start riding his motorcycle until later in life. I mean, when I say later in life, he was still, I guess, probably in his 30s now, looking back at it now. But I was in high school. Riding his motorcycle, he enjoyed camping. He enjoyed being in nature. He enjoyed cutting the fucking grass, strangely enough. Being that he was renting a home on a farm, he enjoyed having, just all that manly shit, tearing stuff down, building stuff up, making large fires and fire pit. He loved birds, strangely enough, for a tough guy. He was comfortable just sitting in a window watching the birds. He would keep note of what they were. I wish I would have paid attention. What else did he like? Music was obviously very impactful thing for him. His record collection's legend. I've already since pillaged that because he just sort of stopped listening to all his old stuff. But I got all the good ones. I got all the good records. Come to think of it, I wonder what happened to my Uncle Larry's records. He had the best record collection too. Definitely rivaled my dad's. I have a cousin, my father's age, so second, third cousin. I'm not sure how it works, but he's the one with the music collection. But that was something that bonded him and his friends. Music was important. The Who, the Talking Heads, of course, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin. But David Bowie was his favorite. All right, I'm going to end this. I just want to say hello to everybody. Lady Freedom's Raw Narratives. Hey, good to see you. It says, I heard the news, Dave. I'm sorry, sending love. I appreciate that. And I hope you're doing well. Deanna M says, everyone will react differently, but expect some senses altered as well. For me, colors become duller after my mom passes away. Oh, I hope that doesn't happen. Like I said, typically I'm motivated by loss and like hard times. That's usually when my painting really explodes, which is what could go wrong, right? Um, and I've had my haters here extrapolate that from commentary I gave on my art in the past, and they were just like, "Oh, I don't know, I don't know." It's there's something more inspiring about making art whenever you're hungry. Sometimes actually physically hungry, and other times hungry for kind of some kind of resolve. Like if at my lowest points, that's typically when my art explodes. In the and in those those instances, those pieces of art that I created are always the sculpture or the painting that sells for the most. I mean, that's the only time. Well, not the only time, but one of the only times that I sold a painting for more than $10,000. It was a result of, um, you know, grieving a past friend. But it's not that didn't happen this time. I'm just trying to. I don't know what my brain's doing. It's not doing what it has in the past in dealing with grief. It's doing something else. Um, I'm less sad and more appreciative for for I wouldn't say how lucky he is, but that's not it's not luck. It's just I'm so grateful that he was able to construct an existence in which he was able to leave not on his own terms, but under his own conditions, if that makes sense. All right, I'm babbling. Um, Good thing is that he passed in his own bed. Blessings to you. Yes, and that's exactly what I find. I mean, that's what I find absolute solace in, like an old cowboy man. Like just that. I was obviously there when the company comes, and that guy was a fucking rock star too. The guy that delivered the bed, and then I had as I watched him set it up, I'm thinking to myself, well, this guy, much like the hospice nurses, have to come into the privacy, the smell of someone else's kitchen as they walk into the space where and they have to measure the same thing. It takes a special kind of person, and this guy was so graceful. Like maybe it's just an honor or a compliment to the people of where I'm from. But I still think it's like in so many ways this is lined up as like home run, home run, home run, home run. Like if any one of these things would have created an obstacle or contention, then it wouldn't have been as easy as it's been. And that I'm saying that even though it's been a mountain of difficulty, it sort of went like the universe, helped me navigate this, and everyone that came together to orchestrate the best possible way to handle something. That's what happened. And geez, man, I can be so lucky. Yes, home is not a place. Yeah, I mean, I wish I had a better way to describe it to you guys. You're giving a lot of us hard memories. It's making me angry at my sis. Oh, well, that's something you've got to resolve. Hey, Shane, it's so good to see you. I appreciate you. What's up, Face of America YouTube? All right, I'm just scooting through. I'm going to play an outro song, and then I'm out of here. This live stream may be one of the first ones I ever take down because I mean, this is really just a quick talk. I can't really do this in private with you guys, or else I would. And I didn't want to make it members only because obviously some of my staunchest supporters are not even members, so I didn't want to exclude anyone. Leave the room while they party. Come on here. No drinking, please. No, I have no interest in drinking at all. I am a little bummed that my dad's not going to see the art opening, but it's okay. Let's see here. Mom and brother had so much peace. That's good. Hey, what's up, Melissa? Says, you are a liar, David. You have no shame taking money from women. You know what? I'm going to say this to you, Melissa. This isn't a clear example why I always thought you were a crazy person. And you don't understand boundaries. You don't understand what it's like to be a decent human being. I just look at you. Just look at what you're doing right now. This. What else can I say to you? You can rot in hell, bitch. That's what I can say to you. What a disrespectful human being, dude. Unbelievable. Moderators, just Just block that person. This is what I mean. It's people out in this world that, and I've never asked anyone for anything dry big, but I'm not gonna entertain you soul sucking demons from the pits of hell. I will pray for you. That I promise. That's not Melissa. Okay, well, whoever it is, they can go back to beating their children, right, Rebecca Turner? Lily says, I lost my grandfather and two uncles. Well, my grandparents passed. That didn't feel. I didn't feel that so much because isn't that what we're supposed to do when we get old? Um, it doesn't matter to me if that was Melissa or not. That's who. It doesn't matter. Everybody stop talking about the fucking comment and just let's stay focused, okay? Because obviously, if you're unless you're brand new around here, that's what trolls intend to do. I gave them the attention I wanted to. There's nothing else to say about it. They can rot in hell with their rotten teeth and their family that doesn't love them and they don't love. It's got nothing. It's not personal. There's a lot of pathetic people around here. Show a tad of decorum. Oh, there's no such thing. This is YouTube, baby. People beat their kids and make $30,000 a month. So I mean, what we expect people to be decent? The VA nurses killed my father. Well, damn, Lily. It seems like you're having. Lily, you gotta find someone you can get. Do you have any system of support? I mean, there's got to be someone you could talk to about this because it's very evident that a lot of that's not really resolved for you. That sucks to hear. Thanks, mods. Hey, Lacey, good to see you. Praying for you. I hope you find peace and comfort. Sorry, sinner. I'm gonna do my best. You have a fire in you, and you brought it to me, and it's brought me out of my dark places before. And so I know Jesus will be with you through this. Remember, Jesus is still Emmanuel. He's still with you. I believe you're right. Okay, so it wasn't actually her. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I shouldn't even fucking noticed it. That's the tricky thing about Restream. If my moderators delete something, there's no indication to me on my screen that it was deleted. So, but it is no surprise. I knew coming on here would be risky because there are people like Queen Bee that exist that just have orgasms from people's pain. So let her enjoy her day. Fingers crossed she's not bruising her children's neck today. I hope he's seeing my super chat because I thought it would make him laugh. I didn't. I'm distracted now. I just wanted to pop on. Holy shit. Everybody's sending super chats. This is okay. Hold on a second. Thank you, Cobb. The best painter ever. Get it right. Oh, sorry, the wind's blowing the blinds all crazy. It's about to fucking piss it down outside. Very, very, very. What I can't think right now. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. It's very fitting that the weather is about to burst here. Thank you so much, Grandma Sherry. McCheese, take care of yourself. I am. And thanks, Rod. That's so kind of you, man. I meant to turn the fucking... never mind. My plan was to go outside. And now it's going to piss it down, so I might have to wait. Hey, Brantley, good to see you, man. You know what? I saw your name in my last live stream. I'm sorry if I didn't say hello to you. I ended that live stream. This is how fucking neurotic I can be about live streams. I ended my last live stream. I was like, fuck, man, did I say hi to Brantley? Because I'm not sure if I did. I hope you're well, man. I see there's a couple of trolls, man. I know my mods will do what they got to do. But just the depravity of people, man. I would know. Listen, dude, I take mourning someone so seriously that even when QB's friend Bert Hills in the Air passed away, I sent condolences to fucking Queen Bee, dude. I mean, and the thing is, I would expect the same from people, but you never. How could you? These people hurt children and poison neighbors with crack. Like, I know what I'm doing here is risky, dude. I think I just wanted to see you guys for a couple minutes. Thank you, Miss Cheese 8. I appreciate you. Let's see. Sinner, remember, God brought you home to Him for a reason. Yeah, it is. I'm so thankful I wasn't on the West Coast and had to clamor to get back here. Time you had spent with Him, cherish the fuck out of that and those memories. Yeah, and I, 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 I debated showing you guys a photo of him. I didn't think anything good would come of that. He's a handsome man, a strong man. I'm sorry for your loss, Sitter. Thanks, Nicole B. I appreciate you. So, yeah, I'm not calling any truces or anything crazy like that. I just want to let you guys know it's going to be a couple days before I start blasting on these fucking YouTube dirtbags again. Um, that's ain't never gonna stop. Not until my mission here is accomplished, and we all know clearly what my mission here is on YouTube. Georgia Peach says, "I'm behind, but heard you say you were going to lead the meeting tonight." Yes, I am. I am, and I'm not going to share much more details other than I've received a very special token tonight that I've. Let's face it, man, I fucking earned it. So um, now I get to go to a meeting and make a bunch of sad alcoholics sad as I tell them my story. Hey, Madison, good to see you. I see you're clipping away. I have a whole list of your clips that I have to catch up with. I'm looking forward to it. I'll need all of you guys to do clips and make YouTube videos in the next week or so as I go through this grieving process and logistically planning what needs to get done here. I'll be depending on you guys to keep me in the loop because I just cannot turn fucking crackhead Turner on and listen to that garbage voice. We did have a lot of fun on Cousin Charlie, so if you missed that, it's back up. I had to edit it out, so you'll notice that the live chat's gone. I had to edit out the Charlie Chaplin shit. I had to edit out a couple of the songs that we used. No big deal. No big deal. The bulk of the meat and potatoes of that live stream are still there. If you don't know, we screen sniped the demon, the mother of the year, Crack B. We screen sniped her with full success on Charlie's channel. It was a fucking hoot, dude. She was trying to strike me. It just wasn't working because I figured out a motherfucking loophole. But we'll get into that once we get back into the swing of the drama. The new lawnmower delivered yesterday was like Christmas. Oh, that's so cool. Next stop, and he was at the end of the drive. Sweet. I'm going to, yeah, I'll try to figure out a tune. I'm going to try to make an intro song with my dad's guitar, not knowing how to play guitar. I know some chords. I know a couple of chords. I know enough chords to make a punk rock album. But I think I'm going to try to make it my own intro for the channel, and look forward. I'm trying to talk my stepmom into being on the show. My sister is still eager to be on the show. I just have to plan it out. Obviously, it's going to take 2 days. It was going to be, it was going to be Saturday, but obviously, probably won't happen. Yes, my brain is foggy. I just realized I've been on here for an hour and a half, and I feel like I just started this. So I'm trying not to repeat myself. I'm trying to make my words have some value to you guys. I want you to know what I'm doing here. It's a big one. Zero turn grasshopper son. I moved my car when he went to drive it off the pallet. I knew. Grief is like a roller coaster. Hold on during the scary parts, cry, scream, and laugh, and smile during the good parts. Exactly right. The thoughts can be overwhelming at times. Take care and hugs. Thank you, Nanny Sharon. Rocky Mountain Ranger says, "We love you, Sinner." I appreciate that, Rocky Mountain. Great fucking name, by the way. Oh, he will have front row seats to your opening. Yes, of course, but like, I'll share one more story with you guys before I take off here. My dad. Okay, so that wasn't Melissa. I get it. It doesn't matter. It was hard for me to tell whether it's. You can't tell who's a fake person and who's a real person around here. Although I think the actual Melissa is blocked here. I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter, dude. My dad came to visit me when I lived in Santa Barbara, and he hadn't traveled much. I don't know if that was the first time he's ever been on a plane. It may have been the first time he was ever on a plane. This is years back. And I was working the front desk of a really fancy hotel. He came to visit me. He didn't stay in the hotel though. He stayed at the house that I was renting. So we got to be, and it was not a commune, like a communal type house. I was in college. I was working. I was in college, so I had bunch of roommates. One of the rooms was mine. There were a couple girls that lived there, and a couple dudes that lived there. Good friends of mine. And I think that's when he first got it. He didn't understand what I was doing. I was a Marine, then I'm going to be an artist. He's like, what the fuck? Like you'd become a cop or something like that. It's like, yeah, but I don't have an urge to shoot anyone ever. So, I mean, it's part of the job if you want to do that kind of thing. I even looked into the Peace Corps. I just didn't have the college credits out of the Marine Corps. You have to already have a degree to go to the Peace Corps. I thought that would be what an interesting story to go from the Marine Corps to the Peace Corps. Anyways, he came out to Santa Barbara to visit me, and he had the time of his life. He was like a fucking kid. He was laughing. It was so I'll never forget that. And then it also made me proud that I had accomplished something. Created this life for myself all the way on the other side of the country, and I was so happy that I could show him what it was. Because telling him on the phone, even coming home and visiting and showing videos of where I was, it was hard for him to comprehend. He just wanted the best for me, and if he didn't get it, he didn't understand what I was up to until he saw it himself. And then I took him out on the ocean. I took him on a tour cruise. We saw dolphins. We saw whales. He's never seen a fucking dolphin. He ain't never seen no whale. And so, I mean, it was really that specifically. Those memories are what's echoing most the last couple of days. And of course, when he came to Parris Island to watch me graduate from boot camp, and he had a video camera that he borrowed from a family member, and it was a dinosaur. It was one of those big ass VHS camcorder things, and he recorded the whole fucking thing with the camera sideways. Bless his heart. It's the little things in life, And thanks, Rod. That's so kind of you. I do appreciate it. My channel's, yeah. Whew. All right. Keep making your dad proud. He's got one of the best seats in the house, my friend. I know it. Stay strong and continue making your pops proud tonight, especially. He knows you're the best painter ever. LOL. Yeah. I'm not even sure he knew how much I love my art, and I think that was enough for him. Thank you, Georgia Peach. That's so kind of you. I would play jingles and stuff today, but I don't want to do any of that. I just wanted to check in. I do appreciate contributions to the channel, of course. Joe's in the house. Take your time. Yeah, that wasn't the real Melissa, so just let's leave that. Cousin Charlie's live was hilarious. I'm glad you liked it. Yes, I got more private correspondence in the way of emails and Discord messages from that live stream on Cousin Charlie's, and more so than any other live stream I've done. People were like, that was brilliant. I mean, it was so much fun. If you listen to it, and I don't want to get into the drama so much right now, but I do want to just comment on this. If you listen to it, you can hear how defeated Crack B was. Like, she was trying to strike me. Oh, and then it turned to, I'm not even trying to strike him. I don't care. Of course she cares, dude. Oh, man, we broke that bitch, man, for real. It's back up, Hakab. It's a little bit edited out because, like I said, I had to take out a video clip of Charlie Chaplin because, Cousin Charlie. And I also had to take out a couple of songs, or else it was blocked globally. A lot of times it'll get blocked in Belarus and Russia. Belarus and Russia. But my analytics tell me not too many people watch me from there anyways. Yeah, because I had this. I'll show you the avatar I was using over there. So it very much worked with the whole vibe though. All right, let me get through this chat and then I'm gonna cut it. Callie Dime, so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hey Chasing, good to see you. I hope you're well. Don't see Chasing here very often. As much shit as I talk on the Gray Gang, I can tell you that Chasing True Crime is a distinctly good person, even if we disagree about a bunch of shit. I pay attention. I know. Notorious Ash says, sorry about your dad center. Many prayers. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I've always wanted to learn how to play guitar, but maybe banjo. My older sister's got a banjo. I was like, what the fuck are you doing with that thing? She can't see. She's a blind person. I'm like, what? She's like, I'm taking lessons. I was like, how much are you paying that poor man? You should. I told you should have to play triple. Hey, can you teach me how to read and write music and play this thing? Also, I can't see. Maybe that's not as funny to you, but we laughed. Callie Dime says, as a parent myself, I just want my daughter to be happy. Yeah. Ah, damn it! I still can't see mystery. That fucking pisses me off. I was unable to block. I was able to unblock everybody except for her. Like she's just. I don't know what to make of it. All right, guys, I'm fucking out of here. I've got an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting to hit. I'm going to do my best not to be trauma dumping on strangers tonight. I'm not. I don't feel like that's even going to be part of this equation, man. Thank you, Lost Lily, for gifting memberships. That's so sweet of you. Look at that, Callie Dime, flying by her own wings. That's a cool name. X amount of words, 2841, and TLC is me. That's super sweet of you. Thank you so much. Please accept my apology, everyone who super chatted today or gifted memberships. I don't feel jingly. I hope you understand that. I don't want to cheapen my heartfelt feelings right now with a jingle. Most of the short videos I have in thanks for in the way of super chats are scathing and dramatic and critical of another person. I don't want to do that today. That's not going to help any of us. But I got it. Don't worry. There's plenty where that came from. Just give me a few days to get my shit right, my head right. Calypso Charm says, Sinner, I'm always watching from the bushes, but I just wanted to say my condolences to you no matter what. Regardless, everybody deserves to have some condolences. Lose somebody they love. Sending. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. Yeah, I'm in no competition for the person of the year, but I do appreciate people's grace and understanding in this time. The loss of a parent rises above internet's disagreements. Oh yes, and chasing it makes everything so fucking trivial, so trivial. It's like, what is? Who cares? Who cares? Who gives a fuck what someone said about me? Who cares what you say about someone? I mean, really, it's a profound feeling of who fucking cares, man? Who cares? So, I mean, who knows? Who knows what I'll feel like getting into in a few days when I'm back here full time. Yes, have a good night, everyone. So I'm going to leave you guys with the song that's, I mean, nothing more fitting. And I purposely haven't listened to this song all day because I knew I was going to want to share it with you guys. And that's what I'm here to do. Let me just pull it up right quick. I didn't have it ready. And hopefully I won't get this live stream blocked for this song. Sometimes that's the way they do it. Let me just pull it up here. Man, I got cotton mouth. I don't know where that came from. Let me just get a sip here. All right. So the name of the song is My Father's Son. And boy, am I. There's a line in this song. Used to be fuck, I can't remember exactly how it goes, but you'll hear it. This is a pretty illegible song. It says something along the lines of, I used to hate to be called Junior, but today I don't mind it so much because my father and I, we share a name. So yeah, there's nothing else I can say. Thank you guys. Thanks everyone reaching out to me from behind the scenes. To those who had no idea what was happening, I'm glad I could touch base with you guys to give you some context as to why. Because it's out of character for me to not pop on here and talk my shit. I just, don't think I would have been able to do it and not be a weeping baby boy on here. So, and thanks for making this easier than I thought it was going to be, if that makes any sense. All right, this is Stephen Wilson Jr. Like I said, the name of this song is My Father's Son, and that's what I am. I'm certain, I really hope they don't just shut this. I really hope they don't just shut this live stream down as a result. I hope you guys can hear the song. If they're going to take the live, I hope they wait until the song's over. At least I'm going to pay the price. At least let me take the ride. You know what I'm saying? So this is Stephen Wilson Jr. I might be leaning on you guys. You never know. I mean, I might pop in the next few days just because I need a distraction. So keep your eyes out for that, I suppose. I'm not sure if it'll help if I minimize this. I don't think it makes a damn bit of difference. Keep stacking. That's the plan. I've reached a benchmark today, a milestone, if you will. I'll get a new token tonight for an accomplishment. All right, guys, take care of each other. Take care of yourself. I get that. I just happen to look pretty on a dress. I hear from my haters that I look great in a dress too. I guess they'll never know because I don't wear dresses. But all right, guys, take care of yourselves. Really, if you never listened to me say this before, take care of each other. But it's imperative. I can't imagine if I was. I guess there's no need for any more chatter. Take care of each other. First, fucking take care of yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself, even if you are trying to help other people, you're just going to get in the way. You're going to be an obstacle. And then someone's going to have to come help you. And then we have to worry about if they've taken care of themselves first. That's how shit falls apart, man. I think we see that in the world in a big way. So do it in that order. Make sure you get your fucking shit together. And then after that, help the person next to you if they need help. You know what I'm saying? You guys are the fucking best. This is Stephen Wilson Jr. This song is called My Father's Son. I'll see you next couple days, guys. Sinner out.
He was named by my grandma, she got it from the Bible. And he passed it on to me like granddaddy's rifle. Raised me up like sweet corn credit at a sample. Yeah, I fought it like hell, he became a rival. I tried to be different, trying to go against the grain. Didn't make no difference, I just ended up the same. I've never known better, 'cause every bone's tethered. You wanna change my drain my blood, goddamn, I am my father's son. Yeah, I left town just to get out of the shadow. He'd send me a 20 just to get back on the saddle. I put up a good fight, but I didn't win the battle. I guess a tree don't grow very far from the apple. I never known better, yeah, 'cause every bone's tethered. You wanna change my name, gotta drain my blood. Goddamn, I am my father's son. Jean jacket and his name like a badge of honor. I used to hate being called I don't mind any longer. I've never known better, yeah. 'Cause every bone's tethered. You wanna change my name, gotta drink my blood. 'Cause everything I am's everything he was. Goddamn, I am my father's son. I am my father's son. I am my father's